Hey guys, how's it going? It's Chad here from Lewtoons. As you guys can imagine, I get a lot of questions on my YouTube videos and sent to me PM on YouTube, to my Facebook page, and I really do try hard to answer them all. If you're someone who's commented on one of my videos before, then I've probably replied to one of your comments. When I hit 20,000 subscribers, I sent you guys all a link to a video where you could ask me any questions you wanted. I mean, 20,000 subscribers is so exciting. By now I have like 35,000, which is mind-blowing. So now is the time for me to go through the whole comment section and answer all of them. There's like over 100 of them, so forgive me if I kind of do quicker answers here. I'm trying my best. I just want to get through them all and answer all of your guys' questions. For those of you who asked multiples, maybe I'll just answer one or two. I don't know. So it's gonna be a bit of a longer video, but that's okay. Got some beers, got some rum, so we're just gonna have some drinks, hang out, answer some questions. So I say we dive in. Our first question comes from Classic TV Guy 1. Are you a brony? And if not, what do you think of them? I was really pleasantly surprised actually when I watched it, just because it seemed like such a fad that people were just jumping on. I don't think I'm a brony just yet, but that's okay. I think it's a good show, and you can count me as a fan. Our next question comes from Just Sleeping Now. Is creativity becoming stale in the animation industry? Gravity Falls, Adventure Time, My Little Pony, Venture Brothers. The list of shows that are like huge right now is like bigger than it was probably 5 years ago. So I mean, there's so many things right now that are kicking ass and just so huge. So I would say, as far as Western animation goes, absolutely not. Creativity is at large and in charge, if you will. This question comes from Cartoon 159. If you could have a three-way with you and two other cartoon characters, who would you pick and why? I want to pretend that these characters have aged along with me from the time that I saw them, so because I'm going to be picking two teenagers, and but when I saw the cartoon I was a teenager, so let's pretend that these girls have aged along with me. Fair enough? Sam from Totally Spies and Quinn Morgendorffer from Daria. I know they look a little bit alike, but I don't know what it is about red-haired cartoon girls that gets me every time, but I'll drink to that. Hello! This question comes from The Imagination Planet. If you could live in any cartoon, which cartoon would you choose? What if I choose to live in the Avatar The Last Airbender universe, but I'm just like a lowly villager and I don't even have bending powers? I want to be in the world and have the option to participate in said world, whether I'm lucky enough to have powers or not. So I'm gonna want to live in the Pokemon universe for sure, because any kid or adult can just start training Pokemon. And let's be honest, what kid didn't want a Pokemon reality? Someone, let's get going on that. Gonna catch my Mankey. Gumball Falls fan. Oh, it's like a little combo, that's cute. When did you get the idea of Toon News Top 10 and stuff like that there? Okay. If any of you guys were subscribed to me way early on, then you know that I started out just doing animations on this channel, like my own cartoons and stuff. And I actually made a countdown just for fun. Like, I knew it would get no views, and it did get no views. And I don't know, I just thought it would be fun to talk about cartoons, even though I thought it would get no views. But now, that's all I do, and I don't do as much animation anymore. So yeah, that's how I got the idea to do that. Drink break! I just did this for the boo. Do you prefer animated shows or movies? I was thinking the other day about this moment in the Rugrats movie where Dill is born and Tommy is like super sad, and because he's not getting the attention anymore, and it's like such a bummer, but like it's a really great character development moment for Tommy Pickles. But the interesting thing is, in the show, you don't get to see like the characters grow. It's kind of like a sitcom. Each new show is like a new episode. So a lot of cartoons don't take the time to advance their characters unless you're looking at something like, you know, of course, Last Airbender and stuff like that. So sometimes movies take the opportunity to advance characters because they need to tell a story, they need to have characters grow. Whereas sometimes cartoons, something like Rocco's Modern Life, the characters are always the same because it's more about the situations than it is the growth of characters. So I didn't even answer your question, I just talked about the differences. But they're both great, and you definitely shouldn't just exclude one of those because, well, then you're just not watching animated shows or movies, and why would we do that? That was terrible. This question comes from the Evil Walrus. Ooh, that is very terrifying. Who are your favorite voice actors? Oh, that's a good question. I really like Rob Paulson, like Yakko Warner, Carl from Jimmy Neutron. Hey Jimmy, you better. Oh, and Pete from all the Goofy stuff. Max, don't go over there, Max. Is that good? No, it's terrible. Don't ask me to do any impressions because they're fucking horrible. Ooh, I like this one. Oh, it's also from the Evil Walrus. Are there any minor characters from shows that you wish had more screen time / more development? Yes, I get really into like weird side characters. A character that I would really like to see have more screen time and development is Deflator Mouse from The Tick. It's worth watching just for Deflator Mouse. He's like this super vain superhero and he has no powers and he's super vain and cocky. He does have an episode where you get to see like what his life is like, but I would love to see like a Deflator Mouse origin story. It would be incredible. I would pay a lot. Let's start a Kickstarter about it. Lightning Flash. X-Men or X-Men Revolution? Hey guys, I'm just learning to read. X-Men or X-Men Evolution? That little fucking retinue of like Avalanche and Blob and Toad was so well done. Yeah, I would say X-Men Evolution. I'm not saying it's better, but for me personally, it like really enriched my liking for X-Men. So X-Men Evolution is one of my favorite cartoons. Probably out there, I would say. Next question comes from Chaos Tyrant. I have a few questions. What? I said one question apiece. No, I didn't. How's it feel to have such an astounding number of subs? How's it feel to have reached that number in months? I couldn't be more excited, as I really hope it comes across how much I appreciate the viewers and people who subscribe to my videos, because we're all just fans of animation and we're just having fun talking about it, right? This question comes from Hardman12. Do you do the drawing for your character or does somebody else do it? I had somebody else do it. I do draw myself, but I'm not that good, so I wanted to get like a cool little chibi drawing done, so I asked someone to do it for me, and that's pretty cool. DeGen's Cat. Favorite cartoon? You know what? I'm gonna do a list at some point of my top 20 favorite cartoons of all time, and so I'm not gonna answer that right now because it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be like an hour long. It's gonna be a bonanza. You know, you're always looking for an excuse to use the word bonanza, so there, I've done it. I've done it! Our next question comes from Brielle Hughes. People say I'm too old to watch cartoons. What can I do to tell them it's okay? Well, first of all, you can tell them to fuck off. No, I'm just kidding, Brielle. This is what you should do, Brielle. Ask them this simple question. Who do you think makes cartoons? Do you think there's like a squad of children that go to work every day and make cartoons for people? No! These are adults who are passionate about animation and they care about telling stories through this medium. It's a full industry that all adults work in. I'm gonna say it's mostly adults that work and write and animate and do the sound. If you don't watch cartoons because you think they're for kids, then you're just missing out on an awesome form of storytelling. It's entirely crazy, so Brielle, just tell them that, and they'll be put right in their place. Our next question comes from Lynette Million. We all have friends that don't like cartoons, but they are friends nonetheless. They just don't understand the passion we have when it comes to animation. How do your friends react to your love of cartoons? You know what? I'm lucky enough to have friends that like cartoons as well. Friends of mine suggested that I watch Avatar. Friends of mine suggested that I watch certain anime that I really like now. So it's not really, no one's like, oh, you like cartoons? You're a loser. If you are having problems with your friends judging you for liking cartoons, then what kind of friends are those? Karina Vieira. Is this your professional job or is this an on the side thing? What do you really do for a living? No, this is not my professional job. This is certainly an on-the-side thing. What do I really do for a living? I work for an outdoor branding company doing motion graphics. So the only time I get to work on Lewtoons stuff is like after I get home from work until whenever I feel like going to sleep, which is usually way too late. But, you know, it's all worth it. I have a lot of fun doing this, and who knows, if there's a chance that working on Lewtoons stuff could become a part-time job for me, that would be amazing, and I would really like to do that. So yeah, we'll see, guys, we'll see. Blood H. Argit. These names are crazy. Why is it called Lewtoons? Well, the answer to that is very simple. My name is Chad Lewis, and Lewtoons. This question comes from Latte Lass 237. Thanks for posting this for your viewers. You are so sweet. Oh my goodness. That's so nice of you to say. Are you really doing a top 10 anime countdown? The anime lists are going to come. I just need time to do them because I want them to be very crisp and clean and perfect. It's going to be mostly favorites lists. I'm going to do my favorite anime theme songs. I'm going to do a top 20 of my favorite anime characters of all time. And I'm going to do a top 15, 20 anime shows. I'm also going to do a top 10 Naruto characters. Yeah, boy! Yeah, Leaf Village! After Disney month ends, anime. I promise. I promise. I promise. Not right after, but eventually after. Okay. What do you think of the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy? Yeah, I mean, I thought it was good. It wasn't one of my favorite shows. I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was just fine. Okay. Michaela Cords. Have you ever watched Invader Zim? Come on. Come on, Michaela. Next question comes from Fluffy Keys Hunt. What are these names? You should do a Draw My Life. Yeah, I don't think I'll do that. I don't think it seems very... I mean, nothing against you, Fluffy Keys Hunt. I think you are a great person. I don't think I'll do it. I don't think it's for me. This question comes from Alterior. Ooh, that's a cool name. He's got a very involved question here, so I'm gonna whittle it down. Do you watch anime in Japanese or English? I'm sure people could guess, but I watch only dubs of anime. I watch it all in English because that's just how I started watching anime. I started watching DBZ and Pokemon just on TV in English, and that's just how I've come to watch anime. There's nothing against subs or people who watch subs. It's just how I prefer to watch it, and if that makes me less of an anime fan, so be it. But you should just watch things the way you enjoy watching them, and that's what I do with anime. So this question comes from Sup Creeper. Are you gonna do cartoon reviews down the road? But I have a really interesting review type series coming out that I think you're gonna love. So SSS Sup Creeper, get excited, and it's gonna be fun. Question comes from Diego Godinez. Oh boy. Diego, I hope I didn't ruin your last name there. Would you like to work at Cartoon Network? Hell yeah! If you know someone, Diego, who can get me a job at Cartoon Network, I'd be happy to work there. Certainly not as an animator because I'm just horrible, but as a crazy, drunken web personality, now that could be a job I could do. So, send me the paperwork and let's get this thing fired up. This question comes from Jeff Jacobs, 1990. So there have been a lot of 3D animated movies over the years, like Alvin and the Chipmunks, Yogi Bear, and Smurfs, and things like that. My question is, what old cartoons would you like to see turned into 3D movies up on the big screen? This is what I would love to see made into a 3D movie. Nothing! Stop doing this! Make your own new intellectual properties. People will like that too. It'll be fun, and then people later on in the future can make reboots of your stuff instead of you just leeching off of classics. Guys, I'm usually not negative, but this is something that I think needs to be squashed. Okay, Jonathan or Haas. That's what I'm gonna go with. Would you like to have minions? Now what I think you mean here is the Despicable Me minions, which, yeah, they're cute and I'd like to have those guys. But what I'd really like are League of Legends minions. Like, they would surround me and they would attack all of my enemies and they would be filled with gold. Those are the kind of minions I want. So, yeah, I'd like to have minions. Next question comes from Kevin Hilt. And I recognize his user icon from the very first couple of weeks when I started my channel. So, thanks, Kevin, for sticking around. Are you going to be releasing any more of your own animations soon? When I started my channel, I was releasing animations because I wanted to put my animation on YouTube. And I just released a countdown for fun. I knew it would get no views. It got like 200 views. I was like the top 10 villains rivals thing. And eventually the countdown started getting more views than the cartoon stuff. And the interesting thing about that is I like making the cartoon stuff way more than I like animating. I don't even like animating at all. It's boring and it's tedious and it's so much work, and I'm a horrible artist. I'm a terrible drawer. So yeah, I'm probably not going to be releasing much more animated stuff. This is from the Green Tiger 777. He says, why did you get rid of your square powers? Well, Green Tiger, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Yes, Gretel did come in and try to take over the show. She took away the square powers. She didn't let me drink or swear. And she wanted to just take me off of camera entirely. And we did come to a compromise, so I can still have a few drinks here and there. Unfortunately, the square powers did have to fall by the wayside. I mean, it wasn't like I was just too lazy to continue adding them to the videos or anything. This question comes from Itachi Uchiha. Oh my goodness! Sasuke's brother himself? Why did I start the channel? I touched on it briefly. I wanted to start putting cartoons on YouTube, and slowly it evolved into what it is now. So thanks for the question, Itachi. Our next question comes from Nareza. I'm probably ruining that name, but that's my best guess. What's your favorite art form for animation in general? I just like plain old 2D animation. From everything, from Disney to Ben 10, to Avatar to anime. Just plain old 2D animation. Nothing exciting, Nareza, but that's what I think. Thanks for the question. This question comes from Mr. Flying Mushroom. How long does it take to make a countdown, and what do you put into it? It takes me about 2 weeks to make a countdown. If I'm just nose to the grindstone, I would say. But a little more than that if I just want to make it at a fair pace, because there's so many things that go into it. You said, and what do you put into it? First, there's writing the countdown, which seems like a lot of fun. It's just being like, hey, I like these characters. But I make sure that I'm looking at everything and that every possible character is taken into account. So there's a lot of research that goes into writing it, and then there's times when I need to film it. I need to set up all the lights and film, and then I have to record all of the lines that you hear during the countdown. I have a microphone, it's over there, where I record all of the lines, and then I have to take all of that footage and edit it. Also, anything I want to talk about, I need to go and find footage of, and I need to either download it or screen capture it and edit it all. And then I do have to also edit everything, which takes time. And now you're starting to see it's a lot of work and it's a lot of assets, but it's fun to create these videos from the ground up just because there's so much that goes into it. It's a lot of fun. So I like this question a lot, and thanks for asking it, Mr. Flying Mushroom. Libriana88. Do you take requests? Also, what's one countdown you'll never do, and why? I have a massive list of countdown topics which I'm always adding to because people are always suggesting things in the comments, which I love, and I'll never run out of topic ideas. Keep them coming. And one countdown I'll never do, I I like to keep things positive here on Lewtoons, so I probably won't do like hated cartoons or worst cartoons just because, I don't know, we're here to talk about how much we love cartoons, not how much we hate them. So yeah, I probably won't do that. Maybe on the Facebook page if people really want it, but here on the channel, let's keep things positive. This question comes from The Cart. Do you like Homestuck? No, I don't. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I don't like it because I don't even know what it is. I get a lot of people commenting asking me if I like it or if I'm gonna do a review, but I don't even know what it is. I haven't taken the time just yet to even Google, like type it even into Google, so I have no clue what it even is. So at some point I will type that into Google and press enter and find out what it is because people seem to love it. So do I like it? No. Do I dislike it? Absolutely not. I don't even know what it is, but I will soon. Vested Dragon. Ever heard of the show Detention Air? No, I haven't. This question comes from Jackster25. Jackstar? Jackster? How do the viewers make suggestions for upcoming countdown video ideas and entries? I only did the viewer voting idea for the annoying characters countdown. So when I do another viewer voted countdown, I'll be sure to let you guys know. You'll see like a big video post on it. There's gonna be another viewer voted countdown, I won't say soon, but when I get to another good milestone, maybe 50,000 subscribers, I'll do another viewer voted countdown. Yeah, let's say 50,000 subscribers, I like that. When I hit 50,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do another viewer voted countdown and everybody can vote. And I'm sure I'll be buried in votes. When I did the first one, I had like 15,000 subscribers. So now I have like 35,000. So I'm gonna be buried in votes for days with that thing. This question comes from HSGRSC. Do you like Danny Phantom? Yes. I don't love it, but I think it's a good show. Geek Point of View Girl. That's a cool name. I hope you have like a channel and you do geeky point of view stuff. Let's get to your question. What was your first anime? The first anime that I watched that got me like really into anime as like an extension and not just something on Toonami was something called Samurai 7. It was like the first anime that I got really excited about that I watched that wasn't on Toonami. So yeah, that was really cool. I really like Samurai 7. Good question, Geek Point of View Girl. Golden Helmet 100. What games do you play? And can you please do a countdown sloppy drunk? People keep asking me to do countdowns drunk. I'm always drunk when I'm filming. When I'm doing countdowns, I'm drinking the entire time. I know the videos are only like 10 minutes long, but they actually take me like 3 hours to film, and I'm drinking the entire time. If you guys want me to do a countdown sloppy drunk, I will. But it won't be pretty, guys. It won't be pretty. But if you want me to do it, then I will. Golden Helmet 100, we'll see if it can become a reality. For now, we're just gonna stick with regular drunk. This question comes from King of the Pirates, EV Page. Do you play any Nintendo games? If so, which ones? Well, King of the Pirates, EV Page, I actually have a Nintendo Wii sitting in the trunk of my car right now. I haven't played it in a very long time. I think the last game I played was when I beat Twilight Princess. But I also have Super Smash Bros. Brawl, which I love. I'm going to be playing some Super Nintendo cartoon games on Toon Gaming. So I'm going to be touching on the Super Nintendo for sure. And that'll be a blast. So thank you for the question, King of the Pirates, EV Page. This question comes from Crosby3574. What is your most favorite movie of all time? Cartoon or non-cartoon? If you've seen my videos, then you know I've referenced this many times. The Matrix. Yes, it's not Citizen Kane. When I saw this movie, it changed my world. Special effects, fighting, just the concept of it all blew my mind. I think that Keanu Reeves is way too overhated. He's good for this role. They wanted to cast Will Smith for the role, and it would have been fucking trash if they did that. The Matrix is awesome, and if you haven't seen the Animatrix, do yourself a favor and see it as soon as you can. Alright, this question comes from Tiff Taro. How many people make your videos? Are you a one-man team, or do you get some help? Everything from Lewtoons you guys have seen, it's just me. I get a lot of comments saying, you guys are too slow with your videos, or how could you guys put this pic over this pic? And like people think it's some sort of team or company making the videos, but no, it's just me. I'm just a guy with a camera and a computer who makes the videos. And honestly though, I wouldn't have it any other way. I like to be the only one in charge, because that way I know it's good. Liquor Vampire. Do you watch Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z? Not anymore, but Dragon Ball Z was definitely one of my first anime that I ever saw, so it got me into anime for sure. Dragon Ball, I actually haven't ever seen. I haven't ever seen the original Dragon Ball. Yeah, maybe I'll check out Dragon Ball. This question comes from David McArdle. What's your thoughts on Invader Zim? Love it. Tacos! Grr! Grr! Get away from there, grr! You're ruining everything! It's so bad. Why do I keep doing impressions? Ira Shinigami. What's your opinion on 4Kids? I don't really know what 4Kids is exactly, but from what I've heard just from the internet, it sounds like it's just a company that takes anime and makes it into like really, really horrible, shitty kids versions of anime. If what I've heard is correct, then it's bad. Jessica Andrade asks, would you ever date Starfire or Raven? Hell yes! Especially Raven. I don't know if Starfire's my kind of girl, even though I'm definitely a sucker for redheads. I go for Raven. I go for Raven. Jonas Kruger asks, can I be on the show? We can have a beer contest. Abso-fucking-lutely, Jonas. Let's get, well, I don't have my beer right now, but you can come on the show. We'll have a ton of drinks, and we'll just get insanely drunk, and it'll be a blast. I mean, when is that not a blast? How do you feel about Thundercats 2011? I think it has to be one of the best reboots that's ever been done of something. Seriously, Thundercats 2011 got everything right. It feels amazing. The voice actors, the animation, the Snarf reboot, the Thunder Tank reimagining is perfect. Everything is just great. I just can't believe that there's not more of it, and it makes me really sad. Kenneth Bailey asks, how do you feel about the death of Saturday morning cartoons? Honestly, I don't feel too bad about it. I've never been a morning person, and I never watched Saturday morning cartoons in the morning actually at all. I remember having my mom record them on VHS tapes, so I never watched them in the morning anyways. Yes, the idea of Saturday morning cartoons is really novel and fun and nostalgic, but it doesn't have to be on Saturday mornings, guys. It could be just on Friday at 7. That's fine, I think. Thalia Torres asks, why don't you put anime on your countdowns? And I'm gonna combine it with this comment from Gia Bryant. Do you like anime? This is one of the most frequently asked questions that I get on my countdowns, and I reply to it all the time, but finally I can give you guys a definitive answer and put everything to rest. Some people think that the fact that I exclude anime from countdowns means that I hate it, and people don't know why I exclude it. I'm gonna do anime countdowns, but in my opinion, anime and Western cartoons, Canadian, American cartoons, it's just a different thing. Anime is such a different medium of storytelling than it is here in North America. That's just my opinion, and I think they should be spoken about separately. Fair enough, right? You guys aren't gonna hate me for that, but anime countdowns are coming, so hang in there if you want to see anime countdowns. After Halloween, they're happening. We're almost there, guys. Drink break! This question comes from Scopulius. How do you feel about the first 3 Pixar films? Oh my goodness, what are the first 3 Pixar films? Let's see if I can think of them off the top of my head. And you guys can just bludgeon me with the right answer as I get the wrong answer here. Instinctually, I'm thinking Toy Story, Bug's Life, That's the first two that I'm coming to mind. I'm pretty sure that's the first two. The third one... Toy Story, Bugs Life... Toy Story 2? Toy Story 2 is the third Pixar film? Wow, I can't believe that Toy Story 2 is the third Pixar film. I didn't really like Toy Story 2, if I'm being honest. I don't like Jessie. Yeah, so Toy Story, fantastic. Bugs Life, maybe my favorite Pixar movie out there. Kevin Spacey as Hopper. Get real! So that's my opinion on the first three Pixar films. Our next question comes from Crazy BioFred Anime Fan. That's a very involved name, Crazy BioFred Anime Fan. But here we go with your question. What shows do you think are underrated in the public? Right now I'm a big fan of Ugly Americans. But yeah, I mean, it's a successful show and a lot of people watch it. But just as far as shows that I don't think are getting the attention that they deserve, it reminds me of Mission Hill, if anybody knows that. Just the style of humor. Newman Lee. I gotta know if you've seen the cartoon Almost Naked Animals, and if you liked it or hated it. Well, Newman, unfortunately, I've never even heard of that. I'm always open to check out different animated stuff that you guys want me to see. Just send it to me on YouTube. This question comes from Outcast Friend. How old are you now? I am 25 years old. I just turned 25, and yeah, it's pretty good. It's a quarter of a century. It's pretty old, but I'm getting along, you guys. I'm getting along. Have you ever tried animation or voice acting? Well, if you go to some of the first videos that I've ever posted on this channel, those are videos that I animated and voice acted in. So yes, I have tried animation and voice acting, and you can go and see my animation and voice acting. I never said it was good. It's very shitty and bad, the voice acting and the animation, but I tried my best. I didn't even try my best, but I tried, and you can go watch it if you want. Outcast Friend. This question comes from Diamond Double. Do you watch One Piece? No. Not anymore, anyways. I watched One Piece through probably 80, 90 episodes, which is a lot. I really love One Piece. I loved the time I had with it, but I had to stop watching it. It's just it's a time issue. And Luffy, I think he's such a likable protagonist, and I hope he becomes King of the Pirates. There's always room for you if you want to be my friend. We are... Am I embarrassed? Yes. You're welcome for that piece of shit. At Night 3D says, you should really have more views. I agree. At Night 3D also says, do a Legend of Korra review. Please, I really want to see how you compare it to The Last Airbender. If I did a review of The Last Airbender, only the first book in, we hadn't even met Toph yet. The first book of Last Airbender, Avatar Last Airbender, I didn't even like Sokka. And now, he's one of my favorite cartoon characters of all time. So I'm not going to talk about Korra yet, because when the final season comes out, I'm going to do a full review, I promise. And the new review show that I'm working on is going to cater perfectly to Legend of Korra. So Korra reviews will come, but we gotta let Korra happen. We gotta let Korra happen first. Fair? One Fe Sierra. Great name, by the way. How much beer have you drank throughout the show? There have been so many. You know, you guys don't see my face on camera unless I've had a couple beers. That's how I get my charisma going. So, how many beers have I had? Well, I don't think we can quantify it. Let's just say a great amount. Does that sound fair? Alright. This question comes from Hunter Banks. He says, congrats on 20,000 subscribers, Lewtoons. Thank you, Hunter. That is very nice of you. His question is, do you like video games? If yes, are you planning to do a video game-based countdown? Hunter, no, I'm not planning to do a video game based countdown. If I knew more about video games, I would do that, but one of the channels that really inspired me to do countdowns is Peanut Butter Gamer. So I would say if you want to see video game countdowns, I'd definitely go to Peanut Butter Gamer. Yeah, I really like his countdowns, but no, I don't plan to do a video game based countdown. So, sorry. Remember that game? The little bubble. Courtly asks 5 questions, it looks like, and she took the time to write these questions nicely, use some really good punctuation, so I'm going to answer all 5, but I'm going to do it quick. Number 1, what cartoons anime that are currently running are you into? The answer to that is Gravity Falls. I'm super into Ugly Americans, and I'm watching Naruto as the dubs come out, and I'm still catching up a little bit on Naruto. Shippuden, of course. And I'm loving the awkwardness of Sai right now. So funny. Love that guy. Number 2, what is your opinion on Dan Versus and any other Hub Network cartoons that are not... I don't have, like, real TV. I just have, like, awkward internet TV, if that makes any sense. I don't know what Dan Versus is. I don't have the Hub Network. 3, do you like the Nostalgia Critic or any other reviewers of his nature? I didn't even know about the Nostalgia Critic until, like, this year. Until people were, like, constantly bringing up, like, you're like the Nostalgia Critic. You should watch the Nostalgia Critic. Are you inspired by the Nostalgia Critic? Yeah, I really do like the Nostalgia Critic. And I really like his take on stuff. So, yeah. Number 4, are you excited for Wander Over Yonder, the new Disney channel? Oh, yes! Yes! I just was reading about that. I just totally interrupted your... Yeah, Wander Over Yonder, yes, from Craig McCracken, fucking yes. Couldn't be more thrilled. I couldn't be more thrilled, and I couldn't be more thrilled. I'm sorry I interrupted you covertly, but yes. Number 5, what are your favorite DreamWorks and Pixar films? Courtly, are you trying to kill me? That number 5 question is just too much, and I simply can't answer it. But I did answer 4 of your other questions. Moving on! This question comes from Irish Phoenix. Do you have any other interests besides cartoons, like hobbies? Please answer. Well, Irish Phoenix, I'm gonna answer right now. Doing this channel is one of my biggest hobbies, honestly. With my full-time job, I spend most of my free time working on things for this channel. But other things that I'm interested in include League of Legends. I'm super into it. For the past like 7, 8 months, I've been getting super into League of Legends. Tristana, what up? I try to keep up with a lot of just general shows. Suits, Breaking Bad, Dexter, and my favorite show on television that so many people make fun of me for, Big Brother. And also I play a little bit of guitar here and there. Here's to the nights we watch cartoons. Here's to the nights we drank the booze. Here's to the nights we gave our lives to So yeah. This question comes from SunnyHound0. Have you seen Shaolin Showdown? Yes, I have seen Shaolin Showdown. Perry McCall 18 asks, why is it that Generator Rex and Lunatics Unleashed isn't very popular? Both shows deserve justice. Lunatics Unleashed, I'm not the biggest fan of, so I can't quite get on board with you there, but Generator Rex, absolutely yes. I love Generator Rex. Why is it that it's not very popular? Is Generator Rex not popular? If you haven't seen it, go watch Generator Rex. It's just a really awesome, over-the-top action cartoon. Lunatics Unleashed, I don't have much to say about that. Looney Tunes Super Team, it's alright. I don't have much to say about it, but yes, Generator Rex deserves justice. This comment's from Pony Brony. I wonder what this question's gonna be about. Do you like MLP? Well, yes I do. So there you go, Pony Brony. I hope you're happy. Our next question comes from Leslie Rodriguez. Can you make videos more often? I really like them. Oh, Leslie, that is so nice of you. But no. I know it seems like it's really slow, but I do the best that I can with the free time that I do have, and I wish I could put videos out faster. I mean, most of the free time that I get, I'm working on Lewtoons, so when I'm not at work, I'm also at work for Lewtoons because I want to put videos out as fast as I can at a quality that I feel is good. So thanks for sticking with me, and no, Leslie, I can't put them out any faster. We did it. We got through all the questions. It has been a very long time. It's been about 3 or 4 hours for me looking through these questions, but for you guys, I'm sure it's edited down to a nice 10-15 minute video. But it's honestly so awesome to be able to sit here and have people that actually want to ask me questions and hear my opinions. I mean, I really can't complain at all. I can't imagine that there would be more questions, but if there are, this will now be the video where you should leave them. I'll be sure to answer them. I'll be sure to read your very strange and awesome usernames. I don't think it'll happen anytime soon, but we'll get to it. I just want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and just know that I really appreciate the comments and the subscriptions and all of that stuff. I'm having a blast working on the channel, and I'm thrilled that you guys are having a blast, presumably watching it. So, with that, I'll see you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Whoa, don't spill though. Oh no, I just spilled on my phone.